Shri Mataji, hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Kundelimizi yükseltip anlam verelim. Bu akşam Shri Mataji'nin 1980 yılında Londra'da Sahasrara Puja'da yapmış olduğu konuşmayı dinleyeceğiz. Samimiyet başlıklı konuşma. Sahaja Yoga'da başarının sırrının içsel samimiyette olduğunu söylüyor Shri Mataji bu konuşmada. Ganesh Attarvaşi ile çiçek sunacağız. Daha sonra konuşmaya geçeceğiz. Dikkatimiz Sahasrara'da Shri Mataji'nin fotoğrafına bakalım. Anne lütfen dikkatimize gel. Aklımıza gel. Seni çok seviyoruz anne. Lütfen kalbimize gel. Dikkatimiz Sahasrara'da ellerimizde vibrasyonları kontrol edelim. İki elimiz toprak annede. Shri Ganesha mantra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Adibhumi Devi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adibhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Gauri Kundalini Mata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gauri Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. İki elimiz dizimizde. Ganesh Attarvaşi ve Maha mantralar.
ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षात् आत्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि
अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशेष्यम्
अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात्
अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात्
सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः
त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि
सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति
त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधार स्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यम्
त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरो
गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादि तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपम्
गकारा पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारः शान्तरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नादसन्धानम् संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निचृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपति देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।
एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो
चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं
रदं च वरदं हस्ते बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं
रक्तपुष्पै सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादो प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो नाथपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
1980 Londra Sahasrara Puja konuşması.
We can say in 1970, 5th May, first time, the collective spirit of God opened out. So far, the blessings of God came to human beings individually as grace, and they received their self-realization individually, one by one. And the method for individual realization was just the opposite of the collective. First, they had to establish their dharma, cleanse themselves fully, desiring all the time for their salvation, putting their attention to their salvation, as they call it Ishvara Pranidhan, thinking of God, asking for His praise, and acting in a scrupulous, dharmic ways to keep themselves pure. They had to control their mind, control their desires, control their action in such a manner that they absolutely kept to the center path. And when they could get through all that, testing and immunity, and when they deserved, then only the grace of Mother gave them realization. This pattern was on for some time. These few people who got realization did lots of wonderful things to prepare for Sahaja Yoga. They were in every field of life, but very few and unique. For example, in India and in many other places in ancient times, they discovered the unique gifts of the Mother Earth, what we call as the Swayambhus, created by themselves. These stones or stone images which were thrown out by the Mother Earth were discovered by these saints. They put shrines there, they worshipped them, and they, by worshipping, they made these images vibrate, more of vibrations, and vibrate that area. All over the world there are such stones, but only the saints could discover them. Then they established the importance of virtue in life, how virtue can give you health, wealth, and prosperity, which is glorifying and not which is degrading or which is destructive. They established schools and universities, especially in India. And today, even today in India, The families which belong to one universities carry the name of that university as their gotras. And even today, the families belonging to one gotra cannot marry. They prepared young children, educated them in such a manner that they led a very dharmic life, enjoyed their married life fully, and then they matured in such a manner that they got their realization and lived a life of complete enjoyment. Thus, they distracted the attention of people which was outside to inner, deeper values by their own example, by their own behavior, by their own style of enjoyment, by leading a very cheerful and a happy life. All this permeated a kind of confidence in God, religion, and a very good, balanced life. They have really done a great job of first building the scaffoldings of the huge, great building of Sahaja, which is going to come now. They are just like nuts and bolts in our whole working. Their desire to establish dharma was so great that complete divine force of Mahakali was working through them. Then they put it to the action with such understanding and such wisdom. Great scriptures were written by them. And for many years, thousands of years, they were the guiding lines for people. Only in the modern times, it should say about 1,000 years or so, people started doubting them. Before that, people used to doubt themselves. They used to doubt that we are not yet capable, we are not good enough, we cannot do it better, but they are perfect. Whatever they have said is all right. There was no doubting about the incarnations or about these saints, what they said. But the doubting was about themselves. That how is it that this is the good path we know, this is the real path we know, still we are going in the wrong direction. If you read the poems of those days, it's all the time. That's why, despite the desire to be good, to be upright, to be righteous, why am I roaming into wrong paths and wilderness? The writers in those days always showed that a good, righteous man was rewarded by God's blessings. But all this started toppling down with the ego developing and the superego challenging. Confusion started coming into the minds of people, and they started doubting those great realized souls instead of doubting themselves. Because they could not reach anywhere near these great saints, some of them were influenced by many satanic forces around and played into their hands and started doubting those realized people and all these great scriptures. So one side we have the doubting people, the other side the fanatics. Those who try to adhere more and more to the teachings had to become fanatics. So they became fanatics. And those who started doubting also could not show any benefits of doubting, could not convince the fanatics that they were wrong. So on one side we had fanatics and on another side the doubting people. It's like standing between the two stools. The real religion in man collapsed. There cannot be a new religion. Religion is a continuous living process within us, which is our sustenance. It's like a ladder on which we climb, leaving one by one, step by step, but not leaving the ladder. All others are required. So the ultimate had to be established because of these two types of emergence. One doubting, another fanatics. Both had not known God. Both had not achieved reality. And they criticized each other because both of them did not know what truth was. I took my birth at a point where these confusions had started showing its results even on the physical plane. All imbalances of life react physically, mentally, emotionally, also spiritually. When I started looking around, I was amazed how ignorance had made people naive, like a cloud of ignorance which came on them. Formerly people had this much understanding, this much sensitivity to know what is right and what is wrong. Even if they were wrong, they knew that wrong was wrong and right was right. But in this confused state, I was born. And I knew I was to open the Sahasrara. So, I started my work after my first shocks. I decided not to talk about it to anyone and lead a very, very normal life of a very ordinary person. Not to be very striking. Because, like Christ, when he was born, a star came up. That's how the King Herod came to know about him. And his forces worked, and you know the story, what happened. If you are born with any striking signs, the negativity immediately finds you out. As it is, it found me out. And just after the 15th day of my birth, there was a very big accident, as you know. I had to really work very hard to enter into your being to find out the different permutations and combinations. First of all, I had to find out your basic problems. What are your basic problems are. Once you handle the basics, then you can handle the permutations and combinations. After finding the basic problems, I started finding out your permutations and combinations. And I was amazed how human beings were placed to their outside world and how they reacted to their outside world and identified that these permutations and combinations which formed within themselves were also capped by their other identifications, like the society in which they were born, like the nation in they were born, like the ideas that were there. All these things became much more important than the original being which is universal within you. And every individual had taken a very odd, funny, awkward type of a shape, which I didn't know how to reduce and how to bring it to proper growth level by which they start their growth. It was a very hard work. And the nights after nights I used to work while leading a very ordinary life of a very normal person. I used to deliberately behave like a very simple, ordinary student and show all my ignorance about things. But sometimes, truth has an awkward habit of slipping out and it used to show itself. Then this working started. And one of the biggest major problems of human beings I found was the family life. And that's why I married. I wanted to study what are the problems of family life. And then I started facing these problems as if they were my own and started understanding why people behave in this manner and that manner. Because these corrections are to be done, of course, by you, but much more by the divine force. And if I could know what are your problems, I would be able to act. Then other problems like political, economic and all these problems also I tried to study because they became so important for human beings which are of absolutely artificial value, but they did. So I had to see to that what makes them do this and what makes them do that. Sort of a human behavior science I had to study for years. And then as you start unfolding, or you can say unentangling or disentangling or taking out the knots of a bundle, you reach a point where all the knots are opened out and one knot is still left, you see, which is to be opened out. And that was done on the 5th of May 1970. And once that had done, the collective phenomena started working. And the greatest collective phenomena was that the Sri Chakra, being on this earth, could be felt through your fingers. This was never before so. Nobody felt the fingers enlightened. Nobody felt the vibrations on the fingers as such. But they felt it within themselves. Because the rising of the Kundalini and everything and the way they developed themselves inside, they were more concerned about one individual. They developed their inner being much more than their collective being. But now, because the Sahasrara of the universe was opened out, everybody started feeling the vibrations around them with their own hands. That means the chakras themselves were feeling. Before, now, the fingers which are manifested from the power of a particular chakra or chakras could feel the vibrations. That means the sensitivity of the divine which was in the chakras spread out to peripheries to such an extent that a human being could feel it on the fingers. This was fantastic. So, my job was to move from the center to the periphery. While moving that, whatever are the obstacles I met, I had to clear them out, one after another. And then once all the obstacles are cleared out and all the network is properly done, then to generate the energy through this happening of Sahasrara Day. So you can imagine how important is this day. Now this one is for myself. I don't know how many of you really know how much the divine had to work, and how many of you are really thankful to the divine for this tremendous work which was done through ages, and now especially for these 47 years of my life. Relentlessly it was keeping up the facade of a very normal, ordinary person. Because it had to reach to the ordinary, not to the extraordinary, but to the ordinary. And one had to take out the extraordinary qualities in the ordinary by making them deeper. This was the tremendous task. But then I must say that the Sahaja Yoga, when it started working out, I also was given very great workers, tools of Sahaja Yoga. who took it up upon themselves as their own responsibility. And you all should be thankful to them because they really worked very hard with me, taking up upon themselves as their own responsibility. Very few, but they did. The rest of them can be divided into many categories. Some of them just came for their own treatment or something like that of a very low level, or for their relations. When they got realization, they got all their sick relations to me. Then some of them came for their financial and all sorts of mental problems. And some of them came for their family and spiritual problems, for getting rid of that. But the ones who took it up as their own responsibility, that this is what they have to do, this is their life, this is what their complete meaning is. They put entirely their attention to it. And they worked it out, whatever was possible, on their own level. So, today we have to understand one thing, that we really need those brave people and those people who feel responsible, which is a very important virtue of Sahaja Yoga. While personal things, your own chakras and your own problems and all that is not important. Because if the whole improves, you are going to improve too. If the whole of the body improves, you are going to improve. But if one finger improves, the rest of the body is suffering. You are not going to be happy either. So the main thing is, what are you doing for Sahaja Yoga? What you can do, how far you can go, how you are going to work it out. In every walk of life and field of life, those who really work it out as a great responsibility upon themselves are the ones who will be given more and more powers and chances. Then in Sahaja Yoga you'll find it's so simple and clean, absolutely clean. There is nothing hanky-panky about it. Right from money up to the point of you people are confiding things into me. I've been telling you all about you. I know everything about you, which I have taken into my ocean of love and have tried to help you in every way, outside, inside, solving your problems. It is so transparent to see how Sahaja Yoga is so much a mother to you. But while taking all the advantage with it, still you are more identified with your own enjoyments and your own idea of enjoyment. You people still do not enjoy that collective spirit which was opened on the 5th May 1970. You still, like in companionship, in company with each other, you enjoy it more like people who are not Sahaja Yogis. Now today is the day to make a big determination that you will start enjoying your collective spirit. Everything for the collectivity. Then the enjoyment will be maximum. You will never feel that you have sacrificed anything. But unless and until we have more of such people, the other dishwashers are of no use. Just dishwashers or of a very low-grade Sahaja Yogis are absolutely useless, who just want to take advantage and have a nice time and all that type of people. They are not going to make much mark for us. You don't need much intelligence for that. You don't need much money for that. You don't need anything but a complete desire. And one should know that here we are going to gain our own flowering, the flowering of the whole, of which we are the part and parcel. So you must make a determination not to bring Sahaja Yoga to your personal level, or to your limited problems, or to your own relationships. It is the relationship of the creation with God. It is not your relationship of anybody else's relationship. As in any machine, all the wires must be connected to the mains through one main wire. In the same way, you all must be connected to God individually, so that you all are connected among yourselves. I've been saying this again and again and again, because at Sahasrara you are being blessed of this collective spirit. The second very important point is of complete integration within and without. Within, unless and until there is integration, we cannot bring forth the outside integration. The complete integration within comes by dedicating yourself to your own improvement. First and foremost is time must be given for your development. It's not to show me or not to show anyone. It is between you and yourself. You have to work hard to cleanse yourself. Easy to live comfortably with all the horrible chakras within us. But it is easier also, and the best, most enjoyable is to have very clean chakras. And it comes, first of all, is sincerity. First of all is complete sincerity. Are we sincere to ourselves? Sometimes it is misunderstood. People think if we have to be sincere to ourselves, we should deny Sahaja Yoga. Sahaja Yoga is the union between you and God. And the sincerity must be full, must be complete. Any kind of insincerity which comes into you is extremely detrimental. So you must know that as your mother has sincerity about you, you must also have sincerity about yourself. Then you will start enjoying Sahaja Yoga. That is very important to create integration within you. Because if it is sincerity, it comes from your heart. If it is coming from your heart, then your body, your mind, your intelligence, everything will work hard to fulfill it. But if it is not coming from your heart, it is going to be a superficial thing. So you try to feel it from your heart. That's what it means, sincerity. Do not depend on anyone, your wife, husband, children, nothing. Mother, father. It's your own. So you have to work in such a way that you get complete integration. And the driving force towards integration is a very simple one, is sincerity. Thus, you will know that automatically you are getting integrated. The another factor is important is patience. You must have patience with others. Because if you do not have patience, your sincerity will start doubting itself. So you must have patience. And to get patience, you must know what you have been so far and where are you. When you will know what you were, you will have patience with others. Tremendous patience. And by having patience with others, your sincerity will be all the time complete. By your sincerity, you will be completely integrated. So we come to the point of sincerity. Now let us go deeper into it. How the sincerity is to be maintained. First of all, we have to make some determination, sankalpas of being sincere. Then we have to act by finding out how do we get insincere on what points. You are good at analyzing, you can find it out. How do you get insincere? On what points you get insincere? What are the corrective points? Keep a control on your mind to see how does it become insincere. You'll be amazed that it's simple to be sincere than to be insincere. The easiest thing is to be sincere than to be deceiving. Because you don't have to think. To be sincere, you don't have to think. If you have to be insincere, you have to think, plan out, and to find out methods, all the loopholes and escapes by which you have to run away. If you have to be captive of your sincerity, you don't have to worry about it. And then sincerity itself is rewarding. This principle must be written down in your hearts. That sincerity itself is rewarding. You don't have to go to anybody else to ask for the reward of sincerity. Sincerity itself rewards you. And that's why you start enjoying your own sincerity. If you start seeing all these things as a witness, that how your sincerity has made you so beautiful, so dignified, and how you have started rising in your self-esteem, you'll be amazed how sincerity itself is a big force which will manifest its living dynamism in you, and you will be a transformed person. This transformation within you is going to change the whole world. People are going to see that you are no more a confused person. You are not a person who is doubting, and neither you are a person who is a fanatic. You are not a blind person, and you are a person who is alert and aware and who can see things better than others. So, divine is only interested in such people. As I have told you before, that divine is more interested in a little worm which is alert and aware than in a palace of a king which is dead. The more alert you become, the more divine takes interest in you. But this alertness is nothing but the enlightenment of your sincerity. You'll be amazed how sincerity is the thing. That means you are loyal to yourself. You have to be loyal and not disloyal. The loyalty to yourself is sincerity. And that is how I have managed Sahaja Yoga. But sincerity is my nature. I don't have to strive for it. I cannot get out of it. While if I am your ideal, you should try to imbibe my nature within yourself. And then you will be amazed how you are connected with me. Then we all move like one wave, one being, one personality. That is the achievement of the Sahasrara. Sincerity of purpose brought in action, not theory and philosophy, but in action. Active sincerity in every way. And patience, all these things will bring forth the complete integration within. Once your transformation starts working out, if human beings start getting transformed, tomorrow you will be placed at the helm of affairs everywhere in the society. Try to contact other people at your own level, whatever may be the category of life you are leading. Please try to contact them. By doing so, you create an atmosphere which starts another circle of evolution, which is the outside integration, where the societies get integrated. All the people who profess different religions come to this Sahaja Yoga, which is today the fruit of all the religions. The integration between political and economic situations, complete ideologies will integrate, because the source of all these is the same. It has gone into disintegration because of its artificial identifications. That's how we integrate the whole world into a beautiful, integrated creation with the purpose of blissful existence for all of us to enjoy. Good times are ahead now. Maybe next Sahasrara day, if I'm with you, you will start seeing what I've said today. But today all of you must know that you are the base of Sahaja Yoga in UK and in Europe. Try to become sincere and sincere and sincere and enjoy your sincerity. I bless you all with your sincerity. And today I have to tell you a few more secrets about Sahaja Yoga. Is that for the puja, you should not get people who are of mediocre nature. Because to bear up puja is very difficult. People have not yet understood the value of my being, of my feet, of my hands. They do not deserve to be here. So do not get anybody because he's your friend or a sister or a brother just down here. It's wrong. You are spoiling the chances of the poor person because it is too much for him. He cannot bear it. It is meant for very few people. So remember that it is not meant for many people. Now what we call as the Charanamrut means the ambrose of my feet, or you can say ambrose of my feet, is not for everyone. Neither the blessings of the puja are not meant for everyone. So try to avoid people who are not yet fully equipped. First thing they will start is doubt. If they do not doubt, also there will be a problem with the protocol. They won't be able to accept it with that protocol. It's a very great privilege to be here. And this privilege cannot be granted to every person. If you could understand, this is the secret of Sahaja. And in this secret, you have to get very few people to be in it. Everything is going to be exposed one day, but not to everyone. If you can recognize this, that you are privileged, then you will behave in a way that you have been given this privilege. Today's day, there are many people in the whole world who are meditating. I am thinking of all these people. We have to also think all of them. I know that they are part and parcel of my being, as you all are. And you are the alert ones. So, at this time, in this puja, you are not only doing puja for yourself, for London people, but for the whole world. Not only for Sahaja Yogis who are all over, of course for them also. But in this puja, you are expressing yourself as Sahaja Yogis who have recognized me and are requesting to bless the rest of the people so that they also recognize me as you have recognized. By this puja, I hope recognition will be much more clearer. By my recognition only, you will recognize yourself. And the whole thing will work out in a very, very beautiful manner. As I have said, next year, on 5th of May, we will see the results of what I am saying today. Only thing, I want you to be sincere, not to play games in Sahaja. It will harm you very much, and harm also other Sahajas. So don't try to play games. It will harm you because you will be harming the path of emancipation, and as a result you will be punished. As a result you will be the loser. So please try to be sincere. It is not difficult. This is not the way to be taken. Many people I've seen, they think I'm chastising and all these words are wrong. For Mataji, it should not be used. There are many words which should not be used for me. It is just your privilege to be here. You must understand that privileges are given to people who are deserving. I'm telling you these things because you are deserving. And in that condition, you must understand that this is a great privilege that I'm telling you all these things. And that you should feel enamored that I'm telling you that sincerity is the key of your success. It's a privilege. I'm giving you the key. While as it is, you see, the Western mind is, people think that if you tell somebody something like that, they can use a word like chastise and all these words are not to be. Must use words which are protocolish, are proper. If in your protocol you are not all right, you know how you start fitting wrong bolts into the wrong nut and spoil the whole joke. So be careful as to how you take it. Take it as a privilege. It's a VIP treatment for you. You are all VIPs. I cannot talk like this to the multitudes. But I can tell you this because I want to give you the complete keys. If you can look at yourself as how privileged you are and understanding it, understanding what all Sahaja Yoga is, then you will understand that what a privilege it is for you to be here. What fortune, what reward for what you have done. How many lives have been completely rewarded by being. This will help you to do puja in a more sincere manner. May God bless you. Now, we must meditate also after puja, because my vibrations you do not suck in without meditation as always it happens. So far, I have had very few pujas in which my whole vibrations were sucked. If you have sincerity about it, really the sincerity part of it, you will suck all my vibrations. Tell your mind not to ask questions and to misbehave, but to suck the vibrations clearly. This is for your own nourishment, for your own growth, for your own enjoyment. May God bless you. But I am so heavy-laden already that I can't open my eyes.
Shri Sahasrara Moksha Paradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Namo Namaha Namo Namaha. जय जय श्री कालकी कालकी जय जय श्री कालकी कालकी जय जय श्री कालकी जय जय
Shri Mataji, kunlarımızı yükseltip bana verelim. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederim. Haftaya görüşmek dileğiyle. Hoşça kalın.